Hello, everybody, and Fire Force Episode 9 has dropped, and we're basically picking up right from where we left off. We started off a little bit weird, where we had a teaser of what's to come in this episode, but that's just a weird starting point I'm going to skip over for now. Essentially, Arthur's still on a crazed mission to go to the Nether for no reason. Turns out to work out, though, and Shinra seems to be thinking some crazy stuff, dude. Anyway, let's get into the breakdown. So, they go ahead and enter the Nether through this doorway here that seems to just be like lying around. So far, for a place that has like a lot of superstitions about the Nether, and they know that the only people going in there are like bad people, they sure do keep these doors just like open, you know? Like there's no foliage around it, like very little restriction to it. It's very easy to get into. They say you need permission to enter, so I guess that means some people eventually get permission to enter. But why not just block it off? I don't know. Then we get into Shinra talking to this vice captain, lieutenant. Forgot his name. He's not like a super main character. He fought an Infernal that was like him once. That was like the most he's done. But essentially, Shinra wants to figure out how to infiltrate the world of the Evangelist. He's trying to bring the fight to the god that he's trying to fight. Not the god, probably the devil, but you know, I'm Christian, so I'm gonna have that bias. You know. And then what? Arthur's parents are living in the Nether, and it turns out that Arthur's dad is like not crazy. What? How? How how do you get Arthur from this guy? I guess like yeah, he's like an actual seer. He sees the truth. And everyone thinks he's crazy, but he's seeing the truth. He knows the evangelist is a lie and that he's from another plane. He just sees these things in the stars. When he puts his hat over his head, he can interpret the stars to know what all this stuff is, the truth of reality. So that's what's driven him underground. Interesting that it does take him there. I don't know how he's going about saving the world. But here he's definitely done something where he collected all this stuff. And some of it happened to be extremely useful to Arthur. So that's something. I mean, like, maybe he is trying to save the world. Maybe he's just avoiding death because someone knows that he can see the truth of the world. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, but interesting. This guy has powers that are actually functional, and he's not delusional, despite everyone, including his wife, probably his kids, thinking he's delusional. But yeah, Arthur's not fazed at all by meeting his parents again. He's like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be on a mission. Are you completing your mission? But they take him to find all the junk, and that's where they find this spacecraft thing that's supposed to survive burning up in the atmosphere. So that's probably like the best metal you can have for the Excalibur sword. And Arthur makes a stupid joke about it being forged from a star. And the little kid's like, "Oh no, he's breaking. This is not the writing prompt." But he's too stupid to figure out it was all a lie. Oh, it was so cute. But yeah, he even like helps participate a little bit where he was banging on the sword to forge it. So he's got an intimate knowledge of how this sword was crafted and can just go crazy with the lore. So he's got a lot here where he's basically met up with an oracle, which is his father, which was a king in his mind. And now like he's got all this lore he was in the Nether, so the deepest, darkest place in existence to him. So yeah, this guy, he's gonna have crazy power up with this new sword. And oh my gosh, it looks so much better than the wooden thingamajigger that he had before. This looks like it could do some damage. Then, of course, his parents leave again, and he's all like, huh, I'm proud of our family for saving the world. And Maki's just like, yeah, your parents abandoned you twice. uh, oh, it's so sad. But it's also kind of funny. And I mean, maybe it's necessary, you know? Maybe the guy actually knows he has to leave. That's why he leaves. And Arthur is coping with it by being delusional. And it works for everyone. Then we cut back to Shinra, and Shinra's learning about his third eye. Very Buddhist, very Taoist, very Eastern mysticism kind of stuff, where he's like, oh, if you want to fight God, you got to open your third eye. And essentially he's told, oh, well, you have to lay down, become one with the dirt, and Shinra falls asleep. But it works somehow, and he ends up in this world where he's meeting up with his little brother, Shen. Shinra is meeting up with his little brother, not Shen. I knew his name like 5 minutes ago. What was their name? I think it's just my brain recently. It's Sho. Sho is his name. Sho and Shinra. I'm just foggy-headed recently. Maybe you guys are forgiving people, and you can forgive me for that. But Sho and Shinra kind of like meet up in this other world. That was the end of the episode, where essentially Sho is saying, I want to meet up with my brother before we end the world. Like, this may be the last time I ever get to meet him, so I want to meet him before we end the world. And that's it. So maybe Sho was having like this reconciliation moment. Can't say for sure, but it seems like it. But what do you guys think? Will Sho come to the good side, or will Sho stay an enemy and try to convert Shinra? Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you like this content. And until next time, have a blessed day. And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.